Can you please repeat your question?
This session is for Java people or more stack people?
So yesterday we were doing MERN, right? So we
Yes.
didn't complete it. So today we will be continue with that. And today I'll not be teaching you Java.
So if I'm from Java, like I've chosen Java, can I leave the session?
Yes, you can.
Okay, thank you.
All right. So yesterday, who will tell me up till which file did we write the code? Harshit, can you answer?
Yes, ma'am. Tomorrow we will create the connection file, config file, and modules, the users and course module, and then after we will be control just like user control and course control to create a new user and create a course and then enroll the course. And then after that we have to create the routes, just course route, user route, and then after we will be creating a course route to upload the
Okay.
picture and verify it.
All right, Harshit. So, do you people want me to explain the entire code again if once I complete writing the entire code? So let me write the entire code for user course routes and server.js, and then I'll explain you the entire code again along with testing the APIs. So yesterday we created our user routes, right? So inside the user routes, we had imported a couple of things, that is user controller and the upload schema. And now what we will do, we will import our course controller as well as the upload schema. That is the upload middleware and the course model. Here I will write const express is equal to, and then I'll write const upload course material to course material, and we will import it from the middleware. And then I'll write const create course and then enroll user. And in which file did we mention these functions? We mentioned it inside the, tell me, in which file did we mention these functions?
User out.
No, we mentioned these function inside our course controller. See, we mentioned them, right? Okay. Controllers, course controller. Then I'll import the middleware of Express, that is router. For that, I'll write equal to dot Then I'll send a post method. I mean post request. So for that I'll mention the post method. Router dot post along with the API endpoint. If you want to create the course, for that I'll write create followed by upload course material dot array. Inside that material comma comma 10, and then I'll write the function name, that is create course. Then I'll send another post method dot post with the API endpoint, that is enroll. Then I'll call the enroll user method. And finally, I'll export these routers. So for that, I'll write module dot exports is equal to router. I'll save this router file, and finally I'll move to my server.js, because without this, our entire server will not be able to run. Const express is equal to require express and then I'll write const mongoose is equal to make sure that you do not have any doubt after this class, because after this class I'll be asking you the questions regarding this class in the next class. Got it? And inside the server.js file can have any kind of doubt, but still if you have any doubt, then you people are free to ask me. So the static folder to serve uploaded files means that If I'll run the server, then I'll get a folder named uploads over here, which will contain all the files that I'll be providing to the server as from Postman testing application. So for that, I'll write app.use, and then the name of the folder will be uploads, and then I'll write express dot static, and then path dot join. Inside this, I'll write directory name, and the name of the directory will be uploads. Now here I'll mention the routes. API will be API followed by users. Using these APIs, we can create the user as well as we can enroll the users. And finally, we will write the code to start the server. So here I'll mention port number, which will be stored inside my env file. So for that, I write process.env.port, or if it does not read, then I will be providing the port number as 5000. And then I'll write the listen method. Inside that, my first parameter will be the port number, and then if it gets connected, then it will provide the message. Okay, so it will provide us with server is running on port. Inside the dollar, we will write port. So one thing that we can see is that we are writing this process.env.port, but here inside this, I have not mentioned my .env file. So for that, I'll create a file named .env, and inside this file, I'll mention my port number, as well as I'll also mention my Mongo URI. Port number is 5000, and make sure that you people mention your Mongo URI inside this .env file. And here inside the server.js, at the very beginning, you have to mention require .env, and then you have to call the .config method in order to use the variables that you have mentioned inside your env file. At first, check that whether .env is there. Yeah, .env dependency is already installed. So here I'll place my Mongo URI. Make sure that you people also mention your Mongo URI inside the .env file. Did you mention your Mongo URI? Come on, I have asked something. Did you mention your Mongo URI?
Yes, ma'am.
How many of you? Just raise your hands. Let me check how many have mentioned your Mongo URI. Only 3 of you. What about the other? Okay, alright. Let me explain the entire code to you people once again, and then we will test the APIs using Postman application. So here, as all of you know, it is we have connected our MongoDB to the Node.js, and here also we have mentioned our Mongo URI that is present inside our .env file. Now coming on to the models. Here the course model is having the schema for the course list, which is having title, description, material, which is the array, and then the enrolled users. After that, inside the user model, we are having name, email, as well as profile pic. Now coming on to our controllers. So here we have the course controller, inside which we have mentioned a couple of functions which are create course and enroll users. So create course is taking the title and description of the course from the body, and then it is providing the path to both of them for the material. And then we are creating a new course with title, description, as well as material, and then we are saving the code. And when the code gets saved successfully, it will provide with a message that is course created successfully. Now we are enrolling a user. So for the user, we are ought to provide couple of data to the body, that is the course ID, which is generated after we have created the course, and then the user ID after we will create the user using user control.js. So we have to pass both of that, and then it will check if the course ID is still existing inside the database. And if the enrolled user's user ID is not there inside the database, then what it will do? It will push the mentioned user ID that we have provided inside the body inside the database. Got it? So it will get stored inside the enrolled users array, and it will provide us with the message that is user enrolled in the course, providing all the details of our course. Now coming on to the user controller. Inside the user controller as well, we have provided a couple of functions, that is upload profile pic and then get user profile. For the upload profile pic, we are providing name, email, and then we have added request.file.path, because we will provide the file, the entire file. Instead of the JSON text, we are providing the entire file as the profile pic. And a new profile pic with a new entry along with the name, email, as well as profile pic is getting created, and it is getting stored. So for storing that, we are using the save method. And then after successfully saving that, it will provide us with the message user profile created. And then it will get the user profile. So we have to send the get request in order to get the profile of the user. And these are nothing but the mentioned routes that we have provided in order to access all these controllers that we have mentioned along with their functions. This is our course routes, and then this is our user route. Now what we will do, we will write nodemon server.js. Okay, there has occurred some issue. Upload profile pic dot single. All right. Is this causing the same issue in your PCs as well?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Let me see what can be the possible error.
Ma'am, destination means what kind of destination, ma'am? API or desktop storage?
Can you please repeat?
Ma'am, destination means what kind of location, ma'am? Disk storage or API destination?
Okay, so you will be understand once I'll execute the code, because after running, see, one file with uploads is being created over here, and inside this another file, that is course material, and then profile pic, and another profile pic is getting created. Are you being able to see after running the code, this uploads file which was not present previously gets created, that is course material and then profile pic. So these files will get created, and inside these files, the file that I will provide as user will get stored. So that is what the entire thing does. That is, the destination will be uploads and then profile pic, and the file name will be the name of the original file name provided with along with the date as well as its extension will be saved as the file name. To see why is it not running?
Ma'am, destination codes we mentioned last is
Vinod, why is your mic always sounds like this?
no, I don't know.
Can you please repeat your question, or you can write your question inside the chat box?
Okay.
See, that's the name of the file only, right? So it depends on you. You can write uploads, or you can also write upload. All right. So here inside this file, inside the user route.js, we were getting an error that is single is not uh, is not a function of this file, right? So for that, what we have to do, we have to go to our controller and user controller.js. Just check if you have mentioned these things or not. And if you do not have mentioned, just check if all the uppercase and lowercase characters are as usual and proper. And then here go to the course controller and then check all the uppercase as well as lowercase characters are as it is, like the way I have written over here. For example, inside this material, we have written request.files.map, and then we have written files and then file path. So it has to be the same way that I have made you people write. Got it? So let's check if it is working now. Alright, so this was the thing that I wanted you people to show. Inside the server.js, I have not mentioned the .connect db method. then you have to write. So here I'm facing a lot of issues for running the code. I have to see why are these issues being caused. It was running previously really fine, but now it's not running.
Now your screen not visible.
Hello.
Yes, ma'am.
Uh, was I audible?
Yeah, ma'am. You are audible.
Okay, so MongoDB dot connected and we are running our server. So now I'll start my Postman application. And here I have written API courses and enroll. For that, at first I'll create a user. For that, what were my endpoints? Inside the user controller, we are having a couple of functions, that is upload profile pic and get user profile. So after checking the routes, I have to write inside the upload users and then upload. And what all data do I have? I have to write the name, email as well as profile page. So what I will do, I will go over here and then form data. I'll write name and the value will be such as Harshit. And then email will be harshit@gmail.com. And then profile page, we have to write it in the same way. P small, P capital. And this one we have to choose file. And here I'll select a file. Just any file from pictures. That is any screenshot. Yes. So for example, this one. I'll open this and I'm saving this, right? So now I'll send it. See, I am getting user profile created with the name as Harshit, then email, as well as I am getting the path of the profile page. That is the name of this entire file and followed by the extension .png. Are you able to see?
Yes, ma'am.
Alright. So we have created a profile. And then what else do we have inside the user controller? User routes. Okay, now we have to provide the ID of the user in order to get the profile of the user. So what I will do, I will copy this ID. And here, what is the API endpoint? Instead of upload, I have to write ID. And the method will be get method. Okay. See, I'm getting the ID, name, profile page. But this time I'm not getting the message that is user profile created successfully, because here I am getting or I am reading the user data, right? So I'll not be able to get the message. That's why I'm getting all the details of the user. That is the ID, name as well as the email, then profile pic of the user. Understood?
Yes, ma'am.
And if you people see, I have got a uploads folder over here. Inside this, I'm having my profile pics. And see, this profile pic is there. See, this one I send it inside the server. Got it? How is it being stored inside the folder?
Okay, ma'am.
Now, what else I'm having? I'm having the course controller, right? So inside the course controller, I'm performing two tasks, that is creating the course and then enrolling a particular user inside this course. So what I will do, I will go to my course routes. So my API endpoint is create, and inside the server.js for the course, I'm having API courses. So I have to write courses, and then inside my routes, I'm having create, right? So I'll write create. And the method will be post method. And what all data do I have to mention over there? Course routes, I am having, let's see, inside the course controller, I have to provide the title, description as well as the material, right? So the title will be full stack development. Description will be learn. backend and front end using MERN. And inside the material, I'll provide some kind of PDF. For uploading the PDF, I'll go to the documents and any documents from here. Say for example, I'll upload algorithm and then I'll send it. See, I'm getting course created as the message. The title is full stack development and the description is learn backend and front end using MERN. And then this is my material that I have uploaded as a PDF. Then enrolled users, because I have not enrolled any users over here, so I am getting an empty array. Now what I will do, I will copy this entire ID. Or also I can go to my MongoDB compass. I'm having my courses, that is full stack dev with its ID, and then users with their ID, that is Harshit. Now what I will do, in order to enroll the users, what I need the course ID as well as user ID that I have to provide inside the request.body. And for that, what should be my endpoint? My endpoint will be enrolled. So here after the courses, I'll write with the post method, and then inside the body, I'll go to raw, and over here, I'll write, what do I want?
Course ID and user ID.
What is that first? Course ID is first and then user ID. Alright. So course ID. What was the course ID? This one, right? So I will copy this and then I'll provide the user ID that I want to enroll Harshit in this particular course. So what I'll do, I'll copy the ID of Harshit and paste it over here. And then I will send it. See, enrolled user Harshit is there. Are you being able to see? And if I want to enroll any, like John, inside this particular course, I'll select it, and in the user ID, I'll paste the ID of John. See, I'm getting 2 users inside the enrolled users. Are you being able to see? Over here as well, inside the courses. So I'll refresh this. See, inside the material, as I have already uploaded the material with a PDF, and then inside the enrolled users, I'm having 2 users, that is Harshit as well as John. Are people able to see?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So the class time is already over. If you have any kind of doubt, then you can ask me, or else you can leave the class now.
No, now hearing any noises, ma'am?
What?
Now hearing any noises, ma'am?
No, Vinod.
Yeah, ma'am. Okay. Okay, ma'am.
Hello, ma'am. Can you hear my voice? Hello.